Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna do a little bit of the eye here. His left eye, I was saving it to do another video. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna start with like right in here. Okay, you see I got most of the face done. There's still some touch-ups that I gotta do, but I start with a mechanical pencil. I try and get like the darkest parts first. I got my music playing in the background. I didn't want to take any chances with any other artist's music, so this is all my stuff. I wrote this. All right, anyway, we're going to get the outline here as best as we could, just to get like a base so we know where everything is. Okay, more or less. Okay, we don't want to make it too dark. It's going to have to be blended, but I just get, generally I start with the eyeball. It's a little hard to see here, so to judge the distance, I start with the end, like with the corner of the eye. All right, take out some of this. I have the grid back here to help me see my proportions. Yeah, I'm working from home, so I had some time in between to do some of this, quite a bit of this here, really, to tell you the truth. I'm going to get a little closer on the eye so maybe you can see it clearer. All right, that's good enough. So, I start with this here, right? Now, if you look at the, I'm going to put the reference for them. You want to try and get it all exact, like the corners and all right? So what I use on the tight spaces is one of these things that I got online. Pretty cool. They're for like your teeth, clean your teeth. But I get a little value in here just to get the corner of it. Then I'll use another blending tool to get it like a little darker on the like here. But this is just to get it started. I get some graphite in here. Now I go over it and over it and over it quite a few times to get the detail. This is just to get it started. Now if you see here, there's two, like it's these white dots. I have like a white gel pen that I'll put in there. I'll put like those highlights in there. Okay, so what we want to do is get some in here because I'm going to blend it down through the whole white of the eye. Okay, now if you see here, this is the eyeball. So I'll just come up a little bit there just to mark it. Okay, this little circle here is like a highlight, but that's going to be gone. That was just, I put that there originally just to mark my spot. Okay, now that is shading this in. I mean, you could use a blender like this. Where is it? Like that. I like to use a paintbrush. Gets it more even. Just to get some value in there. I'll bring it up from here. That's a little something. It needs to be darker, like underneath here, because that's the shadow of the eyelid, if you see here. So I'm going to go in with a darker pencil and just get this a little bit. Now, if you see, like right over here, see, I use two. I'll use this original photo, then I use this, which with my proportions on it, so I can get it right. So here it comes down a little bit here, which is just off the line, it looks like. So just come down a little there. Then this all has to be blended out. Right, so this is all gonna be worked and reworked, but all right. Let's see where we go here now. Right here, let me turn this lower. Now, I recorded this stuff years ago. All right, so right now we're here, try and get some in here. Right, we gotta add, see how the bottom on this is darker? We're gonna go a little darker. This is a 2B. The 2B is like the general pencils what everybody uses to, you know, to write with. But the pencil you use really makes a difference. The hardness of the graphite. It has to do with how easily it spreads. So we're just gonna get some in there and try and just put a little dark around here. All right, a little here. And I'm gonna take my, if I can find it. Okay. Put some, even though don't see many lines in here, I'm gonna put, because the eye's got like little veins in it coming out, and it's pretty much, that's where a highlight spot is gonna be. This is the rest of the eyeball that blends in all the way up to the top there. So we gotta get, see, I'll hop around a lot. If you see this, it's darker, right? Than what I have here. Like I say, it's got to be worked and reworked. We got to come in a little down here. And it's tedious. It's tedious work. So I mean, it's, you know, I don't get really okay with it until I see some like progress. You know, otherwise it's very, I must have said it 1,000 times, but it takes time. It takes a lot of patience. Okay, that's okay, but you see the angle may be off a little bit there. So I'm gonna work that out a little bit. All right, not bad. It could always be adjusted after. I'm just gonna do part of the eyeball for now, and then I'm gonna end it because you know, like I said, I don't like to make these too long. We use it. See, this is a 3B, which is dark. It's like a medium dark, but it's pretty dark. Now I imagine some of the eyeball because I just don't want to make a whole black spot, but generally around the edge of the eyeball it's darker, and then it comes in lighter. Okay, now that's gonna be right to, I want to find the other end here, right here, right here. There's just like a little, okay, this looks like about where the eyeball ends. And this comes down here, which is gonna blend into the rest of the eye, the rest of the eyeball. But I'll do this, then I'll come out like this, which is the color. I don't remember what the parts of the friggin' eye are called, but it's the, this is the pupil. Hey, I got that. Approximately, just to give me some reference point. Okay, now this is going to be dark all the way down here. So we got that. And I'm going to come in with my little tiny blender. You see the end on this? It's very minuscule. I can focus it in. It's hard to see, but it's like a little cotton swab at the end. All right. And just to blend a little of it. Now I'll go in with a kneaded eraser, just here, so it's not all, I mean, it's not all gray. You see there's like little dots of white there. So I'm just gonna make this to a point. And just take some out so it doesn't look all gray. Then I'll go in, like I say, I'll go over this a couple of times to get it right. I'll go in with my very, very fine mechanical pencil and try and get some veins in there. I try and do like a little section at a time, but I'll run across and go over just to give me like reference points from, you know, from here to there. And you know, I got to rest it a couple of, let me just do some of this white so I show you and then how I do it. And then that'll be it. See, I use one of these things. This is awesome, these things. It's like a paint pen. But I got to get one with a thinner head, which I think is this one. Yeah, so you can make like dots with it. Okay. I tested on a piece of paper first, which I did and you couldn't see, and I'm gonna put a little dot there, and it looks like there's another one here and down here. Now I'll try and work around that. If I can, I could always go back in and do it. Like what I'll do is I'll make a spot here. If you see the other eye, which you can't see, but just to give you an idea, I'll let that dry a bit. Then I'll just go over lightly with a brush just so it's not too white. We don't want it sticking out. The same with this. All right. So we got an idea of the eye. I'm going to end it here. I'm just going to touch up another spot just so I'm going to try and come back and do the rest of a video on the rest of this. I don't like to make them too long because I would think it would bore you. So I try and keep it to a few minutes. This is already almost 15 minutes. But okay, come in like that just to get some reference area. Now if you see here, it's a lot darker here than it is here. But I work that in as I go. I'm keeping going back and forth over it. I may come in with like a charcoal. Charcoal is a little tough over, well, you can't really put a pencil over charcoal because it's shiny, it shines. So if you're gonna use pencil and charcoal, you'd have to put the pencil down first and then the charcoal. But I would use it very sparingly because it's very dark and it's easier to go layer by layer than to take some off. All right, that's about it for the corner. But like I say, I keep measuring it. I keep going in. The main thing, you don't want your eyeballs to look off because that'll, look cross-eyed or whatever. All right. That's it for now. All right. But there's a long way to go. I just want to give you a little idea. It's the same method on the other side. All right, that's it. Stay safe. What do they say? Don't 6 feet between everybody. Don't look at nobody. I don't know anymore. Don't look at nobody. Don't smell. I don't know. But be safe. All right. That's about it. I'll be back. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bye bye.